let it bounce.
Our next step in this process is taking the different industries that you have drilled down to that you want to start partnering with, and now you are actually going to create the list of people that you're going to start reaching out to. Now, what does that look like? First and foremost, we said we're creating the specific industry lists first. So what I'm going to have you do is first focus on which industry you want to go after first. If it's lending, just create a lending list first. If it's real estate agents, we're going to create that list first. If it's going to be contractors, we go after that list first. It doesn't matter which list it is. What I'm going to tell you though is singular focus is a superpower. We're going to start to be able to create some momentum by one different industry at a time. Now, what we're going to do from here is we're going to actually follow the process of a book that was written in 2007 by a guy who has unfortunately since passed away. His name is Chet Holmes. It's called The Ultimate Sales Machine. And in chapter 9, he actually talks about something that's called the Dream 100 list. We're going to utilize the same concept here, but instead, I'm going to have you drill it down to the Dream 25, which is actually something that I learned from a mentor of mine as well. The Dream 100 list is actually something that you're going to be able to create singularity of focus, where you are only going after the top 100 prospects that you want to go after. Now, because we are already creating a perfect customer and then going to referral partners, what instead we're going to do is we're going to come up with the 25 best referral partnerships as opposed to the best 100. There's a couple reasons for this. Number one, if you look at a list of 100 different names, it is often going to overwhelm you. And especially if you're trying to create a relationship with 100 different people, it's likely not going to happen. Number two, trying to come up with a list of 100 people is also pretty typically going to be difficult. And you might not even have 100 people within that certain industry that's within the territory defined that you want to work in, which is another reason to go after 25. But third and final, the biggest reason why I want you to only go after 25 as opposed to 100 is because I understand the power of momentum. And if you have too many people that you're trying to go after, it goes after the same phrase of when everything's a priority, nothing's a priority. Let's prioritize who you're going after. And I only want you to create 25 different people who you're going to start with. And then once you've gone through that, you can either choose to switch to a different industry. You can choose to go to a different territory. You can choose to continue and add more people on there. It's completely up to you. It is not meant to be a one and done list forever. It's meant to be the first list that you go after. So you're going to create based on what Chet Holmes talks about in this book. If you want to dive into it, it's chapter 9. But here's ultimately what it is. You're going to figure out within that industry who are the top 25 people that you're going to start going after first and foremost, and you're just going to list those guys out. Once you have those top 25, you're going to be able to start figuring out which ones you should go after first. And that is really just going to come down to your experience, your background, and expertise in the things that you do and prior background as well. Now, remember here, I don't want you to overcomplicate this, and I want you to use the things that are going to give you the highest likelihood of success with the least amount of effort. If you have a real estate background and real estate agents is a potential partner for you to start working with, I'm probably thinking that you're going to want to go after real estate agents first as opposed to another industry, because you not only have connections, but you understand the types of conversations that those guys have. And it's going to be easier for you to not only initiate, but continue the relationships that you're going to start with real estate agents as referral partners. Now, maybe you don't come from the real estate background, and so you see more opportunity with a lender or a contractor or a landscaper, and therefore you're going to start there. The point is, decide and execute. Start with the category of territory and type of partner, profession that you're going to go after first and foremost, and then you're going to list out who are the top 25 that you're going to go after. There's a number of ways that you can start figuring out, okay, Mike, who are those people that I go after? You've already defined the profession. You've already defined the territory. Google's going to be your best friend. Your business connections are going to be your best friend. Start doing your research. Start looking up online. Start using social media. I know that there is a guy that is in one of my business groups. He's a plumber. And when you look him up online, he's got a ton of videos on YouTube. That is going to be something that if you were to reach out to my buddy Mitch, if you're able to reference some of his YouTube videos, there's a much higher likelihood that he's going to be receptive. And so if you were to go after plumbers, I'd put Mitch right at the top, because now you know that not only is he an authority figure and that he likely has a lot of customers, but you have something to talk about from his YouTube videos. That's how you start coming up with your Dream 25 list for your referral partners. It's drill down based on your experience, your connections, the people that you already know, and the territory that you're going to work. Who are the top people that you're going to go after? Don't overcomplicate this. You are a professional. You already have 100 ideas, I'm sure, of ways that you can do this. Start creating that list right now. Last but not least, we're going going to go on to the list number 5, which is you're going to get after it. I'm going to remind you of the general patent quote, a good plan violently executed now is better than a perfect plan executed next week. It is much more important that you just create this list and start going after people and start creating these relationships first and foremost. Once you start having that FaceTime with these people and you start shaking hands, you talk about your profession, you talk about the perfect customer that you're looking to go after, and you're talking about the ways that you've transformed lives in the past or products that you've sold in the past, the problems that you've solved, you are going to find ways that work better than others, and you're going to start narrowly defining moving forward. I would rather you set up that 25 people that you're going to reach out to, and you start reaching out to them in the manners that we're going to talk about here in a little bit. But it's more important that you just start executing. That perfect list of 25 doesn't have to be the perfect people forever. It's just the first 25 perfect people that you reach out to, and then you're going to be able to iterate from there. You've already got a good business up and running right now. This is just the next step. Know that it's going to take some time. Know that you're going to screw this thing up. But the best part about this is you're just human. You're in front of someone. You're going to be that professional already. We've already set you up so that you have a perfect customer one-liner. If you sit down with someone, you start talking with them, and they go, listen, man, I have nobody like that who I work with. Perfect. Be the professional. Any chance you know someone who might have a customer like that who I can go and reach out to? If they don't, worst case scenario, you now know that they are not the perfect partner for you, and that they also don't know anybody who's the perfect partner for you, or they're not willing to give you somebody who's a connection of theirs for the perfect partnership. Cross them off the list. You move on to the next one. Use the data that you have, use your experience, use your expertise, just be the professional. But last but not least, just get after it. Much more importantly, to start getting some shit done and then moving on to the next.